Here are the best waiver wire pickups for Week 13 fantasy football. One is Jaden Higgins. Now, he's been on this list all year long. In fact, in the preseason, I told everybody to draft him, and I looked like a complete buffoon for about 6 weeks, and then they finally started throwing the second best receiver in last year's draft, which I said at the time, and people try to cook me for that too, the ball. He's a Nico Collins clone. He's going to become one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League. I get Tedero McMillan's been fantastic, and Tedero McMillan's a better receiver than Jaden Higgins, but Jaden Higgins is the second best receiver from last year's draft. And I love Travis Hunter, but Higgins is better. He's finally getting targets. 9 targets in week 12. Pick him up. 3 straight 9+ fantasy point games. Coming off of a 14 fantasy point game. That could be the difference in winning you a playoff matchup as we go toward the playoffs right now. 2 is Devin Neal, the only running back on this list. You're not going to find a running back that's going to get starting snaps on the waiver wire this year, but look, he has, because of Alvin Kamara's lack of production, injury, and he's just washed. It's very sad to see Alvin Kamara washed, but that's the fact of the situation. Coming off of 11 fantasy points, he's utilized as a pass catcher. I would pick up Devin Neal. 3 is Luther Burden. I know that, the receptions haven't been outstanding and prevalent the last few weeks, but he's open all the time. And right now, this offense is DJ Moore 2 touchdowns this week, right? Rome Odunze touchdown the week before. Luther Burden touchdown the week before. It's sporadic, and I'm not saying there's consistency here, but there's a lot of upside, and that's tough to find on the waiver wire right now. I'm going to keep putting him on this list. He's going to ball out tonight on Monday Night Football. Jalen Coker, 3% roster in ESPN Fantasy Leagues, coming off of 11 fantasy point game, and tonight he probably has 15+ against the Niners defense that's given up 302 passing yards alone per game over their last 3 games. Don't hate on it, but Shedeur Sanders. Like I mentioned, the 49ers defense is abysmal, the worst unit in football without Fred Warner or Nick Bosa, I think. He's going to cook them. And if he's somehow available, Colston Loveland, the upside on a weekly basis is a vast 35.1% roster in ESPN Fantasy League. And I forgot to add Dylan Sampson. So there are 2 running backs on this list. 7.2% roster in ESPN Fantasy Leagues, caught that touchdown. I wouldn't say, that the upside is vast on a week-to-week basis, but he deserves a pickup. Let me know if you guys agree in the comments. Make sure to follow me for more fantasy football content like this.